All right, let's dive in. Today we're tackling herniated discs, specifically all that pain they can cause.
Ooh, yeah.
We've got some practical strategies for you. Straight from a physical therapist, Dr. Dwayne Chioda.
Okay.
He's up in Mount Vernon, Washington.
Nice.
At his practice, Valley Rehab. He's put together some surprisingly simple exercises that you can do at home.
Awesome.
And remember, this isn't medical advice.
Right.
So make sure to chat with your healthcare provider before trying anything new.
Good advice.
But let's jump right into the first exercise.
Okay.
It's called the seated nerve glide.
Hmm.
I have to admit, the name sounds a little intimidating. What exactly are we gliding here?
Don't worry, it's not as intense as it sounds. Think of it more as flossing your sciatic nerve,
Okay.
which is often the culprit in herniated disc pain. You know, what's fascinating about this technique is that it recognizes the interconnectedness of the body. By gently mobilizing the sciatic nerve, you're not just addressing the pain in your leg, you're also influencing the tension throughout your spine and even improving your overall flexibility.
Sciatic nerve flossing. I like that. So how do we actually floss this nerve?
It's actually quite simple. You sit up straight, extend one leg out, and then flex your foot towards you. Now, as you do that, gently tilt your head back,
Okay.
then reverse it, bend your knee, and tuck your chin down. Picture it like you're gently pulling a thread through a needle, a smooth back and forth motion.
Okay, I'm visualizing it. It's that gentle, rhythmic movement that's key, right?
Exactly. Dr. Chioda recommends starting with 10-15 repetitions on each leg. As you feel more comfortable, you can add a more advanced version where you look up as you extend your leg and tuck your chin as you lower it. This further engages the nerve pathway, promoting better mobility.
Got it. So start slow, listen to your body, and gradually increase the range of motion. What's next on Dr. Chioda's hit list?
Next up is an exercise that might seem deceptively simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's called the wall press core activation.
Wall press core activation. Okay, I'm all ears.
You lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Then you simply press your hands against a wall. While engaging your core, the key is to press only to the point of tension, not pain. Hold for 10 seconds, release, and repeat 10 times.
This sounds perfect for someone like me who's always looking for ways to strengthen my core without putting a lot of strain on my back. I'm guessing this targets those deep core muscles, right?
You're exactly right. This exercise might seem simple, but it's strategically targeting the transverse abdominis. That's a deep core muscle that acts like a natural corset for your spine. Strengthening this muscle helps stabilize your back and reduce pressure on that herniated disc.
So it's all about building that internal support system, which makes a lot of sense. All right, what's exercise number 3?
This one is a classic for a reason, the bridge. It strengthens your glutes and your lower back muscles, which in turn helps reduce stress on your spine.
I've done bridges before, but to be honest, I'm not always sure if I'm doing them correctly. What does Dr. Chioda emphasize in his instructions?
So you lie on your back with your knees bent and then press through your heels to lift your hips off the ground. At the top of the movement, really squeeze your glutes, and then slowly lower back down. Aim for 10-15 reps to start.
That glute squeeze is key, isn't it? And so easy to just go through the motions without really engaging the right muscles.
It definitely is. Mindful movement is everything. Now get ready for our final exercise, which has rather an unusual name, the dead bug.
The dead bug. Okay, that definitely piqued my curiosity. I'm picturing myself as, well, a bug on its back.
You got it. The dead bug might sound strange, but it's a fantastic way to build core strength without putting strain on your spine, which is perfect for someone with a herniated disc. So you lie on your back with your knees bent at a 90-degree angle and your arms extended towards the ceiling. Then slowly lower one arm and the opposite leg towards the floor while keeping your core engaged.
I'm seeing it now. It's almost like a slow-motion coordinated reach.
That's a great way to put it. And the key is to maintain control throughout the movement and prevent your back from arching. Repeat that 10 times on each side.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground here. 4 distinct exercises, all with unique names, targeting different aspects of managing a herniated disc. Now that we've walked through them, I'm curious about the bigger picture. Why does Dr. Chioda believe these specific movements are so effective for dealing with herniated disc pain?
That's a great question. It really boils down to a few key principles. First, they all aim to reduce pressure on the spine. Second, they strengthen the core and lower back muscles, which provide essential support. And finally, they promote flexibility and nerve mobility, helping everything work together more smoothly.
It's not just about masking the pain, it's about addressing the underlying issues that are contributing to it. What stands out to you about this approach?
What's striking is the simplicity and practicality of these exercises. They can be done at home with minimal equipment, empowering people to take an active role in managing their pain. Dr. Kyoto really seems to be at the forefront of this trend in healthcare where patients are given tools to help themselves. It's quite inspiring, isn't it?
It is inspiring. He's giving people the tools and the knowledge to become active participants in their own healing journey. And that can be incredibly empowering. Now, I want to bring this back to our listener for a moment. If you're dealing with a herniated disc, think about how these exercises could actually translate to less pain and more mobility in your daily life.
That's a great point. Imagine being able to bend down to pick something up without that shooting pain, or sit at your desk for longer periods without discomfort. These are the kinds of everyday activities that could become challenging with a herniated disc, but with consistent practice, those activities can become easier and more enjoyable. It's all about reclaiming that freedom of movement.
It is. It's about being able to move through your day with less pain and more confidence. So let's recap these 4 exercises one more time, just to solidify them in everyone's mind.
Sounds good. We started with the seated nerve glide to ease sciatic nerve pain. Then we moved on to the wall press core activation for engaging those deep core muscles. Next, we revisited the classic bridge to strengthen the glutes and lower back. And finally, we explored the intriguingly named dead bug exercise for core stability.
That's a great summary. Now, let's take a deeper dive into how these exercises can impact your life beyond just pain relief.
It's fascinating to consider how these exercises fit into a bigger picture. We often think of herniated discs as a purely physical problem, but the impact goes way beyond that.
That's so true. Chronic pain can really affect everything, your mood, your sleep, your ability to work, even your relationships.
Right. It's not just about your back.
Exactly, and that's where Dr. Kyoto's holistic approach really shines. He's not just addressing the mechanics of the spine, he's empowering people to take control of their well-being on multiple levels. And he's very clear about the importance of working with your healthcare providers.
Yep.
He even emphasizes in his notes that you should definitely check in with your doctor or physical therapist.
Right.
To make sure these exercises are right for you, especially if your pain is severe. It's about being a part of your own healthcare team.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works best for you as an individual, not just following a one-size-fits-all program. It might involve combining these exercises with other therapies like medication or even manual therapy.
It's all about finding that right combination of strategies.
Right.
So you can start to manage the pain and really regain some functionality in your life.
And speaking of functionality, I'm curious, what aspects of your daily life do you think these exercises could impact the most?
Ooh, good question for me. I think it would be the ability to sit comfortably for longer periods. I love my work, but my posture definitely suffers after a while, and that always seems to aggravate my back.
I can relate to that. Sitting for long hours can be a real challenge, especially with a herniated disc. But if you think about it, the exercises we discussed actually target that very issue.
Really? How so?
Well, think about the wall press core activation. It strengthens your core, which is essential for maintaining better posture while you're sitting. Then you have the bridge, which strengthens your glutes. Those are key for supporting your lower back when you're seated. And even the seated nerve glide can help improve flexibility and reduce tension in your back and legs, making it easier to sit comfortably.
Wow, I never thought about it that way. It's amazing how each exercise sort of builds on the others to improve your overall function.
It's true. It's not just about isolated movements. It's about building a more resilient and balanced body.
Okay, this has been our deep dive into herniated disc exercises, and we hope you found it informative and inspiring.
We encourage you to keep exploring this topic, consult with your healthcare providers, and above all, discover what works best for your unique situation.
Because your health is your most valuable asset, and it's an investment worth making. And as we've learned, even small changes can have a huge impact on your overall well-being. So keep diving deep, keep learning, and never stop believing in your ability to heal and thrive. Until next time.